Well, good morning. It's a bit of a damp old start today. It's 5:45 in the morning. Now I've got no work. I thought I might as well get up and do something. Get these potatoes sorted out so they can get out. So if we can't get down to the plot, then they'll be done. So that's one bonus. So let's get on and do the potatoes. So I've got these 7 buckets of soil. This is what I use for the tomatoes. And I know the tomatoes use all the nutrients. And I want to reuse the soil. And I've bought from the pound shop potato fertiliser and also fish blood and bone. So I think this may call for an experiment to compare what the old soil is like with the new potatoes that I did under here. And while we're still in March, these are currently in the tunnel, but they will go outside shortly. And my other overwinter potato is growing something, so that's a bonus. So let's get on. So this is the old buckets of tomatoes. So I'm just literally going to take out the old weeds, the old stem, break up the soil, and reuse. So that's one bucket. This one's more weedy than that last one. This one is all weeds. Shows the difference. Don't think I'm going to do the tomatoes in buckets this year. Look at the weeds between that. That was one bucket weeds, and that's another bucket weeds. Different, isn't it? So this is a bit dry now. That's 2 buckets. Let's go for it. This is very dry, but I hate wasting things. So that's 3 buckets. There's quite a bit of soil there. I could just put it on my beds, but I wanted to do my potatoes in pots, as I'm not a great keen fan of digging up the potatoes in the ground. As you can see from my veg in one bed, I always leave some. So that's majority of that. So that's 3 buckets in there. And what I am going to do, I'm just going to put a bit of fresh compost in there. To make it up. And then I'm also going to add some blood, fish and bone. Mix it all in. So we've got a big pile of compost now. Whether it's right or wrong, we will see. We can only try. As it's a cold, miserable day outside, it's good to get a job done. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. Bucket. A couple of handfuls in there. About 5 inches deep. Potatoes. On the floor. 2. And a couple of handfuls on top. Not going to fill these right up. I'm going to try and use as much as I can. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap. And there we go, there's one done. Quick and easy. Not messing about. Need to get things done now, just in case you can't get down the plot. Want to have everything in ready. So that's 2. Another 2. Chucking it in quick and easy. These are all the shallots. I'm going to refill these again later. So that's 2. 1 more. Look at this. The farmers and potatoes, they've fallen down, fallen in the nettles. There we go, 1, 2, so 3 buckets. It's with 2 in. So there we go, that's 3 buckets, all done. So, still got all this left, so let's go and find some more buckets. So I've just got 1 smaller bucket. I'm going to do the same. But this is just for the 1 shallot that I've got left. And that's going to go right in the middle of the bucket. And we will see what happens with that. So these will get a good watering. Just going to keep them in the polytunnel till maybe next week, end of April. And then they're just going to go outside and do their own thing. And hopefully we'll have a better crop than last year. So the next 2 lots I'm going to do is the international kidneys. So I've got 8 tubers. No bother picking these. They've probably been chitting away. They have been chitting away in the bag anyway. But so I'm going to put 2 of those in a pot. Make sure I don't lose those ones this time. And that's going to pretty much use most of this. Right. So as I know this one's got the blood cushion bone in, I'm going to fill the rest of the pots up a bit more. And then I'm going to do another batch. So this is the international kidney. So I better write a label. 2 international kidneys and blood, fish and bone. Label's not sticking. International kidney, blood, fish, bone, and it's March. Sorted. So that's going to go with the others. And I'm going to make up some more mix. So another 3 buckets. You can see the roots being in buckets. The tomatoes not developed a great root. Some of these haven't, some of them have. I think that's why it's best probably to do it in the ground, so the roots of the tomatoes will go seeking the water. So look, there's hardly any roots on here from the old tomatoes. So this year I might experiment a couple of tomatoes in a bucket. My soil in the tunnel is made out of the wood piled on top of soil on top of wood, and there's just no soil. Another one. So this one's got a bigger root ball. None of these tomatoes had blight, so I'm sure the soil will be fine. But it's a lot of soil to waste. I could have just put this down on a bed, but I'm doing more of a bucket garden this year. Until I fill up all my borders with soil, a lot of things are going in buckets around the edge of the polytunnel, as you'll see in another video. This one's really dry. So that's 4 buckets. So that's 4 buckets. And add a bit of fresh stuff on top. Anybody else a bit haphazard? And some bone meal, no, blood, fish and bone. It's only £1. Not even bothered much about that. Just try and rejuvenate it. And maybe after next year, all this will go into my bed. Top up the no-dig beds. But with the uncertainty of work at the moment, just making do with what we got. There's a lot meant to do. So there we go. 2, 1, 2. I'll put these aside so I know what I've done, because I know me, I get totally confused what I've done. Two, 1, 2. So there's 3 pots of international kidney done. No time at all. And then 2 of these in here. 1, 2. Could have done with a couple more potatoes. Right, that's fine. That's that done. So that's it. That's all the potatoes I got. So quick and easy, not messing about. Go on and do it. One use of the mushroom trays that I use all the time is to sieve compost. The blue ones have bigger holes, but the black ones have a slightly finer hole. But anyway, I get the normal multi-purpose compost and I fill up a little mushroom tray. And then we sieve it. Give it a good shake. A bit of exercise. And then it gets rid of all the big bits. And we're left with finer soil. So just continue with this, and then it will show all the big bits that we left in the multi-purpose compost. There we go, look. That's all the big bits. And then if you want to go further than that, put it into the black tray. And sieve it again. And that'll make it even finer. So this is one use of a mushroom tray that I found very handy, and it saves buying a riddle. Because even now, with the smaller one, it's brought that many bits out. So that's all. So that one bag of compost had all those big bits, and then a lot of smaller bits. But we are left with a really fine mix, and that's what we're going to use for our seeds. So thank you for watching. Please ring the bell, get notifications when I post some more, and please comment, and please leave a reply. That's great. Really look forward to reading the comments, and I'll reply to everybody. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Get going on the allotment. Thank you very much. Cheers.